Somewhere beyond the recesses of time and space, two podcasters are set adrift in a machine, picking up transmissions of movies that are forgotten but not gone.
Welcome to Movie Memory Machine 5-4, the only mini-series where we bring you 5 films thematically related to the main movie we're talking about on the feed. This week, it's He's Just That Into You, and we've got 5 films for you. Truman, I am your host, Landon Solano, joined always by my co-host, Truman Capps. Truman, it's great to see you.
Landon, it's great to be seen, and I can't wait to see several loosely interconnected movies that all have one thing in common. You know, you could say that our 5-4 format is actually a spiritual successor to the movie He's Just Not That Into You.
I guess that's true, yeah. A bit of an ensemble piece.
Yeah. I mean, anything can be true if you don't really think about it that hard.
I guess, you know what? We're all learning stuff here today. Should we jump right into the 5 films we have set up for you?
Yeah, let's go for it. What do you got?
All right. Number 1. We only alluded to this on the main episode, and it is...
When Harry Met Sally. Well, yeah, that is... Yeah, you know, it's not an ensemble rom-com, but it is one that tries to kind of take the same angle of He's Just Not That Into You, where it's like... We're telling a broader story where, like, people occasionally address the camera and talk about their own difficulties and successes and failures in love, which When Harry Met Sally does quite well.
It does. It has the interstitials. I think more specifically, this film had maybe the longest cultural imprint of having a thesis statement that has affected relationships up until He's Just Not That Into You, which is, can men and women be friends?
Do you think that men and women can be friends?
Abso-fucking-lutely they can.
It's wild that a movie this good could come out of a question that obviously bullshit.
Yes, yeah. You know what, this isn't a thematic relation. It's more of a thematic comparison, which is, I kind of miss the days when a romantic lead could be Billy Crystal. Like, they aren't all super beautiful.
Yeah, it's like, well, because Billy Crystal, the excuse there, with no disrespect to Mr. Crystal, the excuse for why they're getting together isn't just like, oh, well, obviously he's super hot. It's like, no, he's like got stuff going for him. He has like a personality that is charming and alluring. Like, he has likable personal qualities and not just a square jaw.
And this film really hits that point you made in the main episode of giving the character a point of view. When they get in the car for the first time to drive to college, like, he has got a viewpoint on life, and she reacts to it, and she develops a viewpoint on life over the course of the film, and they kind of bounce off each other at, you know, different points in their life until they finally get together.
And that shows, you know, kind of the value of characters having points of view and distinctive personalities instead of just being defined by their difficulties finding love.
Yeah. And you want a additional layer of a different type of relationship that develops in this movie. Maybe the best depiction of two characters falling in love aren't Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan. It's Carrie Fisher and Bruno Kirby.
Yeah, true. The people who are kind of off to the side get almost a more naturalistic telling.
I love their characters. I love the energy they bring to this movie. And the last bit I'll talk, which segues us into the next film, is this is very much at the forefront of movies that are trying to identify the signs or the how to categorize behavior in relationships and in dating so that we can better understand it.
Yeah, it's taking a almost anthropological approach to the world of dating.
Yeah, something that Seinfeld would be, popular for over the next decade. This is, 1 year. This is like 1989, 1 year into Seinfeld, but before Seinfeld becomes Seinfeld.
Yeah, sure. It's almost as though the Seinfeld people saw this movie and were like, wait, there's an audience for that? Now we know what our angle is.
I'll have what that movie did.
Next movie. That's good. We can't top that bit. Oh, Hitch. Okay, wow. Really talk about a movie of its era.
Yeah. Talk about it. You told me to talk about it. I'll talk about it.
I know. I mean, I'm just saying, like, yeah, this is very much the early 2000s rom-com date night movie that.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I've seen it. I don't know if I've seen it the whole way through since I wasn't dating a whole lot in 2006. But I feel like this movie does a better job of what it's trying to do than He's Just Not That Into You.
I gotta be honest, I'm nervous to revisit this one. I liked it quite a bit when it came out, but having since, like, taken a sharp turn on how I feel about Will Smith and just kind of, like, a little roll in my eyes a tiny bit at Kevin James, I don't know that I'm still on board with its vibe. But you can't argue Eva Mendes.
No, you cannot. You cannot. And I mean, I feel like Hitch has to work a little bit harder to get the girl in this than Bradley Cooper has to work get either of the girls, and He's Just Not That Into You.
That's true. And I think what this film does well, at least on a script level, that He's Just Not That Into You doesn't do, is, like, Hitch is very much trying to teach Kevin James how to be a player. How do you get the girl that you love? And Kevin James has his eyes set super high, and Hitch is going to get him there. Justin Long, is kind of doing that to Ginnifer Goodwin, getting her out of her rut so that she can start looking at other things. But what Hitch does on a script level is it completely inverts the confidence of Hitch by showing that his tactics don't work for himself on the girl that he's supposed to be with, which is Eva Mendes. It makes him look like a fool.
Also, what works for this movie is that I trust the inherent coolness of Will Smith a lot more so than I do the inherent coolness of Justin Long. Like, you can't sell me on Justin Long being the suave, effortless ladies' man. No disrespect, sir, but I just don't buy that.
That's a fair point. Anyway, another one that just kind of lays out the, like, behavioral thing. This is what this means. This is how you should behave, etc., etc. Should we move on to the next film?
Yes, let's keep going. Oh, God. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Hey, let me tell you something, folks. Fuck this movie.
Oh, wow.
I saw it recently. My cousins demanded that I watch it as part of my continuing chick flick education, and okay. Boy, oh boy, I don't like it. The best thing I can say for it is it's got a whole bunch of Bebe Neuwirth in it. She says the title of the movie. I don't get a minute to be weird about Bebe Neuwirth the way that I did for Jennifer Connelly on the main feed episode, but she's great. So another early 2000s rom-com that presents both men and women quite badly. Is that what you're thinking here is?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, you've got the general idea. This one I think plays more into the classical Hollywood, slapstick rom-com stuff, like Bringing Up Baby, where you have conflicting personalities coming together. But you've seen it more recently than I have. What do you think? I mean, the title alone is evocative in the same way that He's Just Not That Into You is. Like, why would you want to lose a guy, and why are you giving yourself only 10 days to do it?
Well, because of the publication deadline enforced by magazine editor Bebe Neuwirth. This was really a golden era for rom-coms with kind of cumbersome long titles that outlasted the movie in terms of their relevance. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think that I didn't like the movie just because the entire setup of the plot is so flimsy, and it's just, I don't know, and it's just like, guys, they love sports, and like, I don't know, women, they love, like, nice froofy things, and she's trying to, like, make his life terrible by denying him sports, and just, I don't know, it just I don't think it is aged super well. I didn't find it super fun. And also, the first time that the two characters have sex is he has taken her to his family's, like, little house in Long Island, and, like, they've gotten splashed by a car driving through a puddle, and so he shows her where the bathroom shower is, and then they're in there, and it's like the whole family's at the house, but then, like, they're in the bathroom together and they start taking each other's clothes off, and it's implied that they have sex in the shower, and it's like, movie, the walls of this place are thin, his entire family is downstairs, zoo noises people are gonna hear, like, I don't know, took me right out of the movie, and
Yeah.
and every movie has to be 100% realistic in that way. So I don't know. Don't watch this one. This one sucks.
Yeah, the reason I picked it was that it is another film that to its detriment and to society's detriment, really looks at men and women in binary ways that I think do a lot of invisible damage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Invisible Damage would be a great name for a podcast.
All right, moving on to the next film.
Sleepless in Seattle. Another classic of the genre.
Mm-hmm. Do you know why I pulled this one?
Because what if cute people smooched? Is that why?
No, it's a little more connected than that.
Well, I don't know. Why do you pick it?
This is the ultimate Signs movie. There's a moment and He's Just Not That Into You where Gigi is watching some kind of Wonderful, which is kind of a staple. She's watching Mary Stuart Masterson talk to Eric Stoltz, and that scene makes her realize, oh, Alex is into me. And similarly in this film, they're watching An Affair to Remember, and that's what sets up the whole Empire State Building meeting up there and New Year's Eve, all that stuff.
Okay.
But Meg Ryan is also insane in this movie.
Yeah,
and is constantly
her longtime partner commits the cardinal sin of being kind of a dork. So,
yep, the Pullman Schwimmer conundrum.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's constantly looking for signs. Her and Rosie O'Donnell are talking about, is this a sign? Is that a sign? Fate will give you a sign, and she's looking at buildings lighting up as signs like, oh, this is meant to be. This is meant to be. And I think this leans more into the mystical nature of fate, whereas He's Just Not That Into You leans more into the signs of behavior. But they're still in the same family, I think.
Yeah, no, they're certainly still in the same family. I think this one is from a deeper end of the gene pool. I think He's Just Not That Into You is from the part of the family that's maybe been inbreeding a little bit too much.
Ew.
I'm just saying there's some weird odds and ends there. What do you got to round out the group?
All right, our last one, and we're going to ask you to just give your final thoughts on the connective tissue to this movie.
Yes, well, Love Actually, of course. I mean, there would be no He's Just Not That Into You without Love Actually. The movie that told the world that, yeah, you can make a 2.5 hour long romantic comedy and it will be very successful. Everybody keep trying to do this.
Okay, yeah. To your point on the main episode, I think that movies like Valentine's Day and New Year's Eve are probably taking more from Love Actually than He's Just Not That Into You. Because what makes this movie unique beyond the ensemble part is that it's a Christmas movie. Mm-hmm. And those other ensemble movies are also trying to hook into the holidays. Again, the way that slasher films used to.
Yeah, okay, it comes back around. It always does. I think that this movie, there's a lot of stuff in this movie, I think, as I've said, that does not age well. And I think there's plenty of ways that you can criticize this movie, and yet I love it, and so many people love it, fully acknowledging the various drawbacks and faults that it has, because it's charming, and the things that happen on screen are fun to watch, so much so that you don't necessarily think about the fact that, oh yeah, the Prime Minister is, pursuing one of his subordinates for a romantic relationship. That's not great,
Why doesn't Justin Long dance in this movie? That's what it's missing, that kind of, let the characters have fun with each other.
That's just it. This movie has whimsy to it that He's Just Not That Into You completely misses. That movie is just all about kind of getting ground down. This movie has the huge bummer infidelity plot that leaves a couple people in an open-ended situation, but it still is able to do that in an environment of kind of fun and wonder that the other movie does not do.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna double down on sending that back to Forgotten Worlds.
By which you mean he's not just that into you. He's not just that into you, right? That's the one you're sending back to Forgotten World, not this one.
Yes, exactly. Yep, I'm doubling down on you're right. That movie should have been more fun for all the people that are in it.
Yeah, exactly. You know that celebrities have fun when they hang out together. That's why talk shows are always such a good time.
I have seen Jimmy Fallon.
That's why they're always dancing when they're out there on Ellen DeGeneres. They're so happy to see other famous people.
All right, well, those are 5 films we have for you for He's Just Not That Into You. We'll see you here in a little bit for the mini episode, and I guess that's it. For Truman Caps, I have been Landon Solano.
For Landon Solano, I've been Truman Caps. I'm that into you, though.
Movie Memory Machine is part of the Gruntwork Podcast Network. Join our Patreon at patreon.com/gruntworkpod to keep the machine running. Theme song by Porky's Groove Machine. Rate us on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. For more information on today's show, visit MovieMemoryMachine.com.